172-point inspection by certified technicians, come with a 24-hour roadside assistance, plus a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. It's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your vehicle is worth more right now at Woody Anderson Ford. Corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
We know it's lonely at the top, but we don't mind.
National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Roll Tide. Join us Saturday as the Crimson Tide head back to Tuscaloosa for a showdown with Southern Miss. Our coverage begins at 3:30 on your home for Bama football.
Listen to Alabama football all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Take your taste buds back in time with a trip to the all-new Bubby's Diner, offering a variety of mouth-watering food from delicious starters to 50-style diner food and meat and 3 meals, featuring owner and Huntsville native Chris Bubby Belcher's family's homemade recipes. Open Monday through Saturday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 8412 Whitesburg Drive in the former Gibson's Barbecue. Drive-in, drive-through, carry-out, or curbside pickup with delivery coming soon through Grub South. Bubby's Diner, home of the Donut Burger.
Organizations using Salesforce know how powerful the platform is and how much time, money, and headaches it saves if it's set up right and you know how to use it. Let's face it, Salesforce is complicated and time-consuming to figure out, and a lot can go wrong now and down the road without expert help. That's why most Salesforce users work with an implementation partner like Higher Echelon, so they get the absolute most out of their Salesforce investment. Higher Echelon is a 5-star Salesforce consulting partner who won Salesforce Military Hiring Partner of the Year. President Dr. Joe Ross is retired Army who played and later coached for the cadets. He puts that experience to good use at Higher Echelon, where they pride themselves on hiring veterans. Look, not all Salesforce partners are the same. Don't put your company at risk by going with an inferior partner. Higher Echelon is the trusted partner you can count on to get you up and running and seeing returns on your Salesforce investment in a fraction of the time it would take if you go it alone. Go to higherechelon.com. That's HIGHERECHELON.com to learn more. Go higher and go Army.
This is Steve Moulton back in the studios of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Get you caught up with a lot of the early kickoffs. A few of them have gone final, including the game you just listened to right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. The Army Black Knights now 13 straight home game wins under Coach Jeff Monken as Army downs Miami of Ohio. 23-10 is that final score. It's also a final up in Nashville as the Dogs had no problem, especially in the first quarter. 35 points for the Dogs out of the gate.
From the Commodore 12-yard line. There's a snap to Daniels. They pressure, hit him as he throws in the end zone, reaching and catching. Ladd McConkey went up high at the high point, pulled it down for the score. Daniels got whacked on the release, but the Dogs have 6 more on the play.
Georgia would go on for a convincing 62-0 victory over the Vanderbilt Commodores. LSU is being outgained, outpassed, outrushed, and winning at Mississippi State 28-17. A special Saturday edition of Talkin' Ball comes up right after this timeout.
Chad, cue the cheesy Italian music. So you're in charge of the dinner spot, and the family is a hard group to please. Dad wants award-winning 21-day-age certified Angus beef. Mom craves authentic Italian food like great-grandma. Sissy pretty much won't eat anything but fresh seafood. And old life of the party, Uncle Walter, likes to enjoy a cigar after dinner with some live local entertainment and some killer cocktails. So you think you're in a pickle? Well, you're not. Relax. I'm Tom Chapman, chef at Nick's Ristorante at 10300 Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly. We have all that and more. Our friendly and helpful staff is eager to help you Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 5. So, corral that crazy crew of yours and give us a call at 256-489-8280 or tell them to check us out at nicksristorante.com. I promise you, the gang will all think you're a culinary cruise director of awesomeness if you take them all to Nick's. See you soon. Ciao. Okay, Chad, kill that music.
Nick's is for patrons 19 or older.
Bob Baumhauer and 97.7 ESPN The Zone have teamed up to bring you a huge opportunity this fall. Each week, come on down to Baumhauer's during the drive on Thursdays between 5 and 7 and register to win a Lunch Bunch gift certificate for 6 to Baumhauer's. But wait, there's more. Each weekly winner will then be placed into a drawing for Bob's tickets to the LSU-Alabama game in Tuscaloosa, complete with an invitation to Bob's exclusive pregame party at Baumhauer's tent on the quad. Stay tuned to 97.7 ESPN The Zone for other opportunities to sign up and win Bob's tickets.
Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
And welcome into our Saturday edition of Talking Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Thanks to everyone that's been listening to us on Zone 2. You just heard Army get a win at home over Miami of Ohio right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Coming up later today on our station, you'll be able to hear Alabama and Southern Miss. That'll get underway with the pregame coverage at 3:30, kickoff set for 6:30. We're here at University Kia. We want to invite you to join us to register to win a pair of tickets to go see Alabama and Ole Miss. All you need to do is stop out at here at University Kia. You have until 3:30 to do so, about 3:25. We got to draw the winner live on the show. But get on out here to University Kia, register, put your name in the box, and you can win a pair of tickets to go see Alabama and Ole Miss next week, courtesy of University Kia and Baumhauer's Victory Grill. We've been keeping an eye, Drew, on a lot of college football this afternoon. And it is a final in the Music City. Georgia mercifully just ran out the clock on Vanderbilt, 62-0.
Yeah, 62-0. It was, as we said, a total mismatch. Vandy's historically bad. I mean, they did get a win on the road against Colorado State, which shows you the gulf between the group of five and the SEC. But still, Vandy's going to go 0-8 in this league. They are easily the worst team in the SEC this year. I thought so going into the season. They were going to have a lot of trouble. I do think South Carolina and Tennessee are better than them significantly now from what we've seen. So they will battle it out for 5th and 6th in the league in the East, in my opinion. But Vanderbilt's easily the worst team in the league. And I'll say this: the SEC West is the most difficult, I think, a conference or division in all of college football, because I don't think they're going to win today. But Mississippi State battling LSU, they're probably the worst team in the West right now, and yet they can still be kind of a definitely pain in the ass to play. And so I think the East is much weaker than the West right now. That underbelly of that league, the Final Three, the South Carolina, Tennessee, Vanderbilt trio is not very good. But Vanderbilt, just brutality today. They get smoked by the Georgia Bulldogs. So Clark Lee, a huge rebuilding job ahead of him, Scott.
Mississippi State continues to outgain and do everything right in the stat column over LSU. 415 yards to 346, 326 through the air, 280 for LSU. LSU's only rushed the ball for 66 yards. Mississippi State has rushed the ball for 89 yards, but the scoreboard says LSU 28, Mississippi State 17. Earlier this week, you said Ed Orgeron needed this win.
Yep,
needed
no
it
doubt.
Convincingly?
Just get a win.
Just get a win.
It doesn't matter how many points it is, 1, 11, 21. He needs to get a win and get one badly. And now the Boston College Eagles have scored with under 40 seconds to go. 25 seconds now officially on the clock. It is 34-31, so Mizzou is going to fall on their face and not get a road win, looks like, for the SEC, unless they can go on a very, very, very quick drive to get into field goal range to have a chance to take this to overtime. But it looks like Mizzou may drop the decision in Chestnut Hill, so that's good for the ACC. Boston College will still be undefeated, and the way their schedule sets up, if they can get a win next week, then BC could be a team that's kind of flown under the radar, where a lot of people are going to be watching them. And that's huge without Phil Dracovic if they can hold on and get that win. But Boston College will be going to Clemson next week in what will be a showcase battle on the SEC network. It'll be at Clemson, though. But BC, the rest of their schedule sets up really nice after that Clemson game. So that's a huge win for the BC Eagles, is that they are at home at Chestnut Hill if they can hold on and beat the Missouri from the SEC.
All right, so that is what we've got there. Also, what is going on is we're keeping an eye. Well, we're about ready to begin. They're in Arlington with Texas A&M and Arkansas. That's the other big game that's going on in the SEC today. And, of course, you got Alabama, Southern Miss, Auburn, and Georgia State, which will come later today there inside Jordan-Hare Stadium. Earlier this morning, Drew, and I was paying attention to College Game Day, and I bring this up because of the Auburn Tigers, and they went there with this. They had Steve Shaw on College Game Day today. Right. College Game Day had Steve Shaw on. And they were going over our favorite topic, or your favorite topic, and that is targeting. And everything. And they started pulling up plays from last week in college football. And they pulled up the Auburn play in the Penn State game that had the Auburn player ejected for targeting. Yeah,
Jacoby McClain.
Yes. And they showed that play to Steve Shaw. Steve Shaw, then Desmond Howard even flat out asked him, did the referees blow this call? And he says, well, we don't like to use those words.
Yes.
He said, but yes. In terms, yes.
They blew it.
They blew that call there. It should not have been targeting.
Yep.
But Jacoby McClain will have to miss the first half of tonight's game with Georgia State because it happened late. Kirk Herbstreit then asked about, and you have brought up this point, of ejecting guys in college football. Can we do something about the ejections? And I'm hoping this comes out okay, but here is Steve Shaw talking just about that.
Where guys are getting ejected, can we reevaluate that in the future with the Rules Committee?
Well, we absolutely will. This year will be a year for rule changes. And the rule has modified. 2 years ago, we put in there where now replay has to confirm all aspects, no stands. And that was to get rid of that gray area. But there's always going to be a gray area. We'll keep working on that. But I think the thing that is so important to players is playing time, and that's the impact of the rule. And so if you just took disqualifications out, then it may not have the impact, and that's what we've got to look at.
Yeah, I wish you would. I like to be.
That's what you have to look at. So he's kind of like, in one breath, saying, yes, we need to look at the ejection rule, but two, the ejection rule has helped clean up college football.
Yes, it has. It's cleaned it up to a degree, but it's still got to be changed. It's stupid. You shouldn't be ejected the first time it happens. It should be a deal where it's just like in the NFL where if you get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, you have to get 2 of them before you're done. Same thing with targeting. It should be 2 and then either an ejection or, if you want to tweak it even more, maybe a 3 targeting kind of situation during the season. If you get a 3rd targeting, you are suspended maybe for an entire game instead of half, but it's got to be tweaked. I don't think it works well. It's not good for the game. It's not good to see a kid get ejected right away. It can flush a game plan straight down the toilet because you've built it around a kid. And again, sometimes these calls are not correct. The officials don't apply them correctly, and so I still think the rule needs to be changed. I've never been in favor of it. Just like when they first put it in, it was even more asinine. They could review it and say no targeting and still give you a 15-yard penalty. What kind of sense did that make? If it's not targeting, then it's not a penalty, period, you idiots. And so, I mean, from the beginning, they have not applied this correctly. So get it fixed and stop looking like the morons you are.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting. Steve Shaw admitting that the Jacoby McClain one from last week was incorrectly called. But the thing of it is they, it's kind of like the Mississippi State game in Memphis. The SEC issues a statement saying, well, the referees made a mistake. Steve Shaw says the referees made a mistake last week against Auburn and Penn State, but you're not going to change it. You're not going to overrule it and say, well, guess what? It's going to go the other way. It's easy to say they made a mistake, and everyone still has to live with the repercussions of said mistake. All right, Notre Dame has opened up a little bit of a gap on Wisconsin there in Chicago. That is the Shamrock Series. 24-13, Notre Dame now leading Wisconsin. And it looks as if Ed Orgeron's going to get that much-needed win in Starkville, 28-17 with 2:03 left to go in the fourth.
Well, we've got a developing situation in Chestnut Hill. Not so fast, my friends, as a 56-yard field goal by Missouri is good on the last play of the game, and it will go into overtime, 34 apiece. A huge field goal, 56-yard from Harrison Mevis is good, and it's going to be an overtime contest now in Chestnut Hill. That has been the game of the day so far, as the Missouri Tigers, who I left for dead, have in the last 25 seconds got into field goal range.
You said it was over.
I thought it was over. Absolutely did. I also picked Mississippi State to beat LSU, so don't listen to me. As the maroon and white have fallen flat on their face.
I should be worried because you said Alabama is guaranteed to win tonight.
If they don't win tonight, just everybody's fired. Everybody's retiring. I'll just go ahead and say it.
You said,
I just said they would win. I said they wouldn't cover. I said they're not going to cover, but they're going to win impressively. And if they don't, it is over. So there you go. Because Southern Mississippi is not a good football team. No matter what Nick Saban tells you, no matter what rat poison he doesn't want you to talk about, Alabama Crimson Tide need to win and win impressively, and they will. That is one I am confident in.
I'm confident that we're going to give away a pair of tickets to go see Alabama and Ole Miss later today. And all you got to do is register in the box today here at University Kia. Just put your name in the box, and you can win a pair of tickets to go see Alabama and Ole Miss on Saturday. We're going to draw for the winner in about an hour from now. So you have an hour to get here to University Kia. Put your name in the box so you can win a pair of tickets to go see Alabama and Ole Miss. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, Brent Beard will join the show as we just get his thoughts on another busy weekend of college football. And just kind of keeping an eye. Well, Texas Tech has put up some points. I tell you what, the over-under in this game, I wanted to know what the over-under was.
When tackling is a disease, always take the over.
It's 70-35.
Yeah, it is what it is.
105 points scored in that one. And did our good friends Bowling Green put Minnesota out of their misery? Yes, they did. So that is a laughable ball game for the Big Ten today as they lose to Minnesota, falls to Bowling Green 14-10.
The boat sank. And Ed Orgeron Heimlichen here, Scott. It's 28-23. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs have scored again. And as I said, they have the perfect offense for comebacks. If Ed Orgeron blows
28-25.
Now they went for two and hit it, so now it's 28-25. If Orgeron blows this game, he won't be on the bus. They may fire him at the airport. He may get the Lane Kiffin.
Wow.
I'll just go ahead and call it.
Now, everybody did say this game was going to be close, and the experts said it was going to be close.
But if they blow a 28-10 lead, Scott, in the fourth quarter, it's dread. And I would fire his ass on the tarmac if I were Scott Woodward. He would be history. Gone.
Oh, boy. So a minute 53 left to go in Starkville. They need more cowbell at this point. I need to see how many timeouts, if Mississippi State has any timeouts left. That's the big key in that one.
Yep, because there's only a 1:53 to go. So it's hey, we may see an onside kick by Mississippi State too. Don't discount that in this situation as well.
Mississippi State has put up 486 yards of offense today. LSU's put up 346 yards. So obviously right now Mississippi State has found a rhythm late in this ball game as they have scored 14 unanswered points to pull within, 14 unanswered points to pull with 15 unanswered with the 2-point conversion.
With the 2-point conversion, yeah, it goes 28-10.
To pull within 3, yeah.
And now it's 28-25 with under 2 minutes to go.
Wow.
And so we'll see.
How big was that fourth quarter touchdown by LSU?
That's what I said.
That was huge.
I said they needed to score one more time to feel like they could hold on. Now, this being Ed Ogeron, they could still blow it. But having an 18-point lead, you'd have to feel pretty solid. But like we said, Mississippi State has scored twice, and we'll see if they're going to onside kick here or if they've got the timeouts that they need to maybe still stop the clock and get the ball back before the end of the contest.
All right, 256-576-4977. You can actually give us a call on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Hopefully here in just a second, Brent Beard will join us here in just a minute.
Yeah.
But let's get Arthur Seaton here real fast here from University Kia as he's now sitting in the chair real fast. Let's say hi to our good friend Arthur Seaton.
Yeah, Arthur Seaton is with us. Always good to see him. What's up, brother?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing today?
We're doing great, man. Always good to see you.
Now, where is Alabama A&M today?
They're at Mobile today.
That's
Tuskegee.
Right. Okay. They're off to a fantastic start.
Yes, man. Akil Glass is doing an amazing job with Coach Maynard. He's doing a phenomenal job coaching. I think it's going to be a great season. Another undefeated season, I see.
And there you go, another national championship.
I think so. Number one right now, ranking this morning.
And doing a fantastic job of selling cars is your staff here at University Kia.
Absolutely.
Coach, this morning,
They support us. Alabama A&M supports us 100%. But let me tell you, today we have Tellurides on the ground. Actually, we started the morning with 7. We're down to 3 now. So, guys, we're having a wonderful day today.
Hey,
wow.
So we've almost got our quota. We may have already got our quota of 5, but we're well on the way to doing that.
Yeah, Maurice Dobbins and team, man, they're doing a great job down here. Come down to see us, Mike Lucente. These guys, they do a phenomenal job for me. So come on down and meet one of the guys.
Financing deals always available.
We have the best financing available. We have over 30 lenders. Doesn't matter what your credit is, guys. Come down, University Kia. We got some excellent rates. If you got really good credit, we got 0% financing as well. So come on down and let's sell your car at an excellent deal.
Used cars, it is a big market right now for used cars. And COVID has caused a lot of products on the grocery shelves to be tight. Cars are no exception right now. Used cars, though, there are plenty of them.
We have new and used. We're sitting on about 30 new right now, and used we're sitting over 100. So, guys, we still have inventory. Don't fall for it's not any inventory out there. Guys, we like a shopping store. You come in, you give us what you want, we'll have it to you in a few days if we don't have it on the ground already. We have cars coming in every day. We got about 20 in today. So, guys, we're shopping. We're buying them as fast as we sell them.
Carnival too, and you got the Soul, you got the Stinger, you got you got all kinds of new vehicles out there. I see.
Yes, we that Seltos and that Carnival is hot. Not everybody saying Telluride, but the Carnival sell as fast as we get them. The K5 sell as fast as we get them.
Now that K5 is a sharp car.
It is. It's just an upgrade to the Optima, and it's just next level.
Where did all the cars go, though, in the showroom?
We sold them all today. We started off today with 3 of them, and we sold all 3.
Look at that.
We're not going to take credit for those because they were gone before I got here at 11:30. So that just tells you how busy they have been on a Saturday. And last month, was it a record month?
Yes, it was. We had a record month last month, guys. Maurice, like I said, Mike Deal, Mike Lucente. I got the dream team up there, guys. They're doing a phenomenal job of getting everybody approved. We have guaranteed approval here. So if you come in and give us a chance, we'll give you a way to go. You just come down here and try us out.
All right. Arthur Seaton joining us now. And I know it's a big football Saturday for you, but, man, you are trying to concentrate on fall baseball as well.
Yes, my son and him had their first little gathering yesterday. My son pitched a couple of innings. I was so proud to see him step up and throw the ball on the collegiate level. So I'm a proud father.
And you also got one, I believe. Now, is he playing Madison Academy?
Yes,
football?
He's actually 8th grade playing JV. The Coach Godson moved him up, him and Coach Ken, and Coach Godson moved him up to JV. So I'm so proud of AJ.
Oh, man, that's so awesome. It is so good to be here. And, hey, I tell you what, man, we're giving away a pair of tickets to go see Alabama and Ole Miss.
Yep.
They're sitting right there. All people got to do is sign up to win. It's that simple.
Hey, guys, come on down. If you're not buying a car, just come down, put your name in the box, and come meet the staff. We're giving away a free set of tickets, guys. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like a free.
Free.
Free is great.
Letter word there is.
I'm telling you. So these tickets, guys, Alabama #1 in the nation, so it's not just giving you some subpar game. I mean, Ole Miss has a great team. Lane Kiffin doing a phenomenal job over there as well. So come on and watch yourself a good game.
College game day could be there.
It could be.
There you go. And we're giving away here at University Kia in just about an hour.
Yeah.
Or a little less than an hour now.
Come on down. Like I said, these guys are doing a great job. We're selling cars like candy bars. Come on down and meet the team.
No doubt.
Boy, that's like a Ted Lasso right there. Selling cars like candy bars. All right, Arthur, thanks for joining us here.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, Arthur Seaton with us here at University Kia. Are we ready for Brent now?
Yeah, I think so. I think we can go on a break. When we come back, we can bring Brent Beard into the conversation and talk some college football. Missouri, opportunity lost. Boston College wins that 41-34, and I think LSU is putting away this game against Mississippi State so Ogeron can get on the plane and go back to Baton Rouge because they didn't they didn't blow this ball game, which would have been a choke job, 28-10 in the fourth quarter. But LSU looks like they're going to get a big road win and quell some of that criticism for the Bayou Bengals in Starkville.
All right, it's going to break in. When we come back, Brent Beard will join us live from University Kia along University Drive.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Hi, my name is Dan Aldridge. I'm here to let you know about the Aldridge Law Firm and the soon-to-be-announced Legal Town Center. I've been practicing law in Alabama since 1984, and I also practice in Tennessee. And I'm from North Alabama, and I'm here to represent you and take care of your legal needs. For many of us, hiring an attorney is not high on the priority list, and maybe a little scary. But it's something that we all need at some point. So by all means, do your homework. And if you need representation for car accident, wrongful death, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, or estate planning, or any other matter, just give us a call at 256-534-3188. And you can email me at Dan, that is Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. God bless America.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Maybe the air doesn't blow like it should, or it's needing new tires, or you're just ready for something newer. It's time to move up, time to trade up. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your current car or truck is worth more than you know. In fact, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't trade. We have nearly 100 Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned models to choose from. Our Ford Gold certified or low mileage gently used vehicles with great warranties. They've passed a 172-point inspection by certified technicians, come with a 24-hour roadside assistance, plus a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. It's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your vehicle is worth more right now at Woody Anderson Ford. Corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family-owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Listen to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Weekday afternoons starting at 5 on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
And welcome back to Talking Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. We're here at University Kia along University Drive, giving you a chance to register for a pair of Alabama Ole Miss tickets. All you need to do is register, put your name in the box, and you can have a chance to go see Alabama and Ole Miss for free on Saturday, courtesy of 97.7 ESPN The Zone, University Kia, and Baumhauer's Victory Grill. And the state of college football today has been entertaining. Texas has scored 70 points. That was the last time they did that, Drew, was in 2005 when Vince Young beat Colorado in the Big 12 championship game. Bowling Green, a 31-point underdog, got a win over Minnesota today. But the big one, Ed Orgeron hangs on against Mississippi State.
Yeah, 28-25. That game just went final. Ed Orgeron, they avoid the disastrous collapse, and they're able to hold on. We knew it'd be close. I had it a 3-point game or so, 1 to 3 points in favor of Mississippi State in the realm of 28-27, 28, maybe 28-25, like it ended up, something like that, 27-24. But LSU was able to, without Derek Stingley, win the game. 28-25 on the road. A nice win for Ed Orgeron. They're 1-0 in the SEC. Now they host Auburn next week. And we're going to discuss what's been going on around the world of college football with our next guest. He's with us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Of course, you can read him at collegesportsnotebook.com. You can hear him with Terry Norvell, College Sports Today on 9:30 a.m. in Jacksonville, Florida. And, of course, you can see him on First Coast News as a college football analyst, and that's Brent Beard. Brent, crazy day of college football so far. How are you?
Good. I tell you, I've enjoyed it so far, but especially with LSU, Mississippi State, and BC and Missouri just ending, A&M Arkansas about to begin. So it's been a fun afternoon.
What has surprised you the most? Let's start there with the LSU-Mississippi State game. What surprised you about that game?
I think the LSU got a big lead,
Yes.
nearly blew it. I mean, Mississippi State is kicking off on an onside kick to get the ball back to very possibly either tie it or be able to win the game. And I'm guessing with that you guys caught wind of this earlier in the week. Now, Will Rogers, 47 of 62, 371 yards, 3 touchdowns. But see, guys, the problem is, in a nutshell, they figured out about midway through the third quarter that instead of these intermediate passes to the backs, that if they went down the field, they may get something done. Unfortunately, LSU was ahead by 18 then, so they had to step it up. Just couldn't quite get it done. Listen, I give LSU a lot of credit. I mean, Glenn Gilbo came out with an article yesterday that said if Ed Orgeron lost this game, that the wheels may be coming off with them. So, frankly, this is a pretty good win for overall for LSU, I thought.
Well, yeah, I agree, Brent. I said this. I said if they blew this lead and lost either in overtime, should State have kicked a field goal, or if State scored a touchdown to win it, that they should just fire him on the tarmac and give him the Lane Kiffin. I believe he would have been in severe trouble. But that is a big win, but it doesn't get any easier because now they host Auburn next week. But Auburn hasn't won there, as you know, since '99.
Right. Well, absolutely. And listen, several teams really begin gauntlets next week: Arkansas, Auburn, Alabama. So the October is going to be incredibly important for the league. And guys, I'll tell you this too. Missouri almost went to Boston College and stole one.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Missouri's defense couldn't stop the three of us and whoever's in the studio right now. So the problem with that is Connor Basilak, after Boston College scores in overtime, he goes straight to the end zone. It gets picked. That game is over, unfortunately. So a real disappointment with that one too. I tell you what, Missouri's Harrison Mevis kicks a 56-yard field goal to tie the game to bring it into overtime. Mevis, who could easily play offensive tackle, is a kicker. But the amazing thing too about this, and I know we're talking more SEC, Boston College and Wake Forest, the two ACC teams right now, 4-0. Listen, guys, whoever bet on both those teams to be 4-0, they would probably be pretty rich right now if they went to Las Vegas.
Brent, at the beginning of the season, Drew and I, we kept talking about ranking the SEC East and everything, and we said Georgia obviously is the top, Florida right there, Kentucky's right there, and then the bottom three were South Carolina, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt. And you could almost put all three in there because we didn't know what to expect from all three. New coaches, they all could have been the same. But I think after today, we have realized that Vanderbilt is further behind South Carolina and Tennessee than what we ever imagined.
Listen, I am absolutely convinced Thompson High School out of Birmingham could beat Vanderbilt right now. It was such a incredible performance all the way around for Vanderbilt. How bad it was! 5 of 18, 24 yards passing, 53 yards rushing for Vanderbilt. But look, maybe the best Georgia defense that we've seen in a long time. But the reality for this game is Vanderbilt came off the bus out of the locker room waving the white flag. So they basically gave up Georgia 35-0 after the first quarter.
Just unbelievable. Vandy not very good at all. But to circle back to your point with the ACC, looking ahead to next week, Boston College heading up to Clemson. Look, Clemson almost lost to Georgia Tech, so this is not beyond the realm of possibility. Even with the Phil Jurkovec injury, you got to give BC a lot of credit. If they could win that game, their schedule sets up going forward. that's going to be kind of an intriguing matchup to see if Boston College can go into Death Valley and play the Clemson Tigers tough.
Well, here's something that we would have never believed. Clemson going into today dead last in the ACC in 10-plus yards play, 20-plus yard plays, yards per play, quarterback rating, pass yards per attempt, touchdown interception ratio, dead last in the ACC guys in every category.
Well, let's stay in the ACC at least. Minnesota, Minnesota feels embarrassed now. So, if Florida State goes out today and doesn't perform well, at least there's another team, though, this week that can share the embarrassment of losing to someone you shouldn't lose to.
Well, Florida State's already behind. Their secondary allowed a long touchdown early on. Look, guys, I just saw a picture of Doak Campbell Stadium. There are more people in your local Walmart up there than there are at Doak Campbell.
Oh, wow. And that's so disappointing because just a few weeks ago they had a packed house for that game against Notre Dame, Brent, and they lost it in overtime. But I thought they had already hit rock bottom. I don't think they have yet. This is I don't know. I'm really starting to wonder if Florida State will recover from this.
Well, let me tell you what I was told this week, that Mike Norvell is not going to be fired regardless of how far the bottom is this year. Now, obviously, if they end up 0-12, they probably won't have a choice. But what I was told, they're paying Willie Taggart through 2023, and then they would have to pay an additional like $7 million to jettison Mike Norvell and his staff. So that there is a belief that Norvell is a better football coach right now than they are playing. So, and by the way, Mackenzie Milton getting most of the snaps today for FSU.
Interesting.
Wow.
Wondered, how they were going to handle the quarterback position going forward. I just don't know. I look at the schedule after that disastrous ending against Jacksonville State, Brent, and I just wonder where they're going to get a win. But as you said, Wake Forest, Dave Clawson, they're kind of going under the radar. They handled Florida State rather easily. I believe it was 35-14. So this Florida State program, and Coach Norvell was recruiting very, very well, but you're going to lose a lot of these kids, though, if you can't get some wins.
Well, and listen, the bottom line for FSU, as I was told this week, still goes back to the offensive line and the horrible recruiting that they have done at that position. Right now, not only do they have guys banged up and injured, but they are playing guys out of position, and right now cannot stop a three-man rush from Louisville.
Wow. And this is a Louisville
not
team.
A great football team.
They beat UCF, but we saw them struggle against Ole Miss, big time. So that's not a good sign for Florida State. That's for sure. Brent, I've got to ask you your thoughts on this Florida-Tennessee matchup, though. The Gators trying to. I know they don't want to continue to hear about a moral victory against Alabama. They got to handle business today in the Swamp. What are your thoughts on that matchup?
Well, and I think they will. Tennessee has not won in the Swamp since 2003. They've won 15 of the last 16. So the truth of the matter is, this is no real rivalry right now. Gator fans, by the way, love that. So they are excited about getting back on the field. This is a character game for them, guys, that will be decided. And I'm just telling you, I know Bama fans look at the game last week as a loss. Gator fans around me, and there are many of them, are looking at the loss to Alabama as a win. So the reality is, can Florida get its feet back on the ground? I think they'll continue with the formula of rushing and stopping the run, gaining nearly 250 against Alabama, holding the Tide to under 100. I think they'll probably have something similar this week. So Richardson, the backup quarterback, can go. But, guys, I think they'll probably save him until they go to Lexington next week, when they really would be able to use him then. Again, we don't know. We're hearing, would it be Joe Milton or Hendon Hooker? The problem with Joe Milton is, according to Tennessee beat writers, is that he continues to miss wide-open receivers. The running backs at Tennessee have 26 carries of 2 yards or less in the last 2 games. This, frankly, all the way around, as well as that Florida defensive line with Newkirk, that transfer from Auburn. And the Gator beat writers have told us this week, this is not a good matchup, guys, for Tennessee.
Yeah, it's not. It really isn't. And now we see Notre Dame had a great fourth quarter. They finish off Wisconsin 41-13. And now Brian Kelly, the all-time winningest coach in Notre Dame history, passing the legend Newt Rockne. But more of that, I give Brian Kelly credit for it, but that also shows you that Notre Dame, you don't have guys stay 10-plus years very often, and that's why Rockne's record has held up. And then finally, Brent, before we let you go, and I thank you for joining us this morning, or this afternoon, I should say, at University Kia on University Drive. You mentioned that Texas A&M Arkansas game. I took the Hogs in an upset here. I've already blown one because I picked Mississippi State and didn't hit that one. But what do you think about this matchup coming up it's underway on CBS?
Well, and I can tell you, Arkansas right now is running roughshod over the A&M defense. A defense that's allowed what guys 2 touchdowns at this point. And again, I know that A&M has won 9 in a row, but the thing we have to remember is 5 of the last 6 have been decided by 7 points or fewer. I think what's so important here is in this game on CBS, Arkansas on CBS for the first time since 2017, is the culture being changed by Sam Pittman at Arkansas. KJ Jefferson continuing to grow. We knew they would have a really good offensive line. And look, right now, Arkansas guys headed for what? I'm going to say conservatively 7-5, 8-4. Look, they would have signed in blood in the contract have had that at the beginning of the year, wouldn't they?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think they would, Brent. Well, Brent, thank you for joining us and giving us some of your observations on college football. We're live here at University Kia. We're giving away a pair of Ole Miss Alabama tickets. It's shaping up to be a huge game next week in the SEC. Let everybody know how to follow your coverage of college football.
Yeah, I appreciate that. At Brent Beard, BEAIRD on Twitter. Also, College Sports Today, live on Facebook, too. And one thing we just started with our friend Travis Ryer is a podcast called Second Helping. So we're quite excited about that. It's a review and preview of the week. And as we were on this week, college football analyst for First Coast News here in Jacksonville. So, guys, always a pleasure to help and great to be on with you. And boy, what if the rest of the day is as exciting as the first batch of games, it could be a really good day.
Really could.
All right, Brent. Thanks for the information, man.
My pleasure, guys. Take care.
Appreciate it.
All right, Brent Beard joining us as we are live again from University Kia along University Drive. Come see us. You can register for your chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Ole Miss and Alabama. We're going to be here for another 20. We're going to be here for another 30 minutes. We're going to register for another 25, 26 minutes. So come see us here at University Kia. When we come back, hour number 2, update you on Auburn. The Auburn and Georgia State game getting ready to kick off down there on the Plains. We'll give you an update on that one. Plus, check another look around college football. And Graham Mertz from Wisconsin started off good, and now he's just bad.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, Managing Partner of University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Madison Academy football. And a quick shout out to my son, Avery Seaton, number 19. Stop into University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including our all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and the sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com to view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see you in the Kia. Go Mustangs!
Drinking coffee straight from the pot. Power move. Wearing a bathrobe to work. Power move. Switching to super fast, extra reliable internet from WOW. Power move. Switch and save with WOW internet for just $19.99 a month. It's switching season, so make a move with our end of summer flash sale. This month only, get Internet 100 with no contracts for just $19.99 a month. Plus, get a 2-year price lock and the first month free. Make the switch at wowway.com today.
Wow.
Limited to new customers with autopay and paperless billing. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
Take your taste buds back in time with a trip to the all-new Bubby's Diner, offering a variety of mouth-watering food from delicious starters to 50-style diner food and meat-and-free meals, featuring owner and Huntsville native Chris Bubby Belcher's family's homemade recipes. Open Monday through Saturday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 8412 Whitesburg Drive in the former Gibson's Barbecue. Drive-in, drive-through, carry-out, or curbside pickup with delivery coming soon through Grub Cell. Bubby's Diner, home of the Donut Burger.
Organizations using Salesforce know how powerful the platform is and how much time, money, and headaches it saves if it's set up right and you know how to use it. Let's face it, Salesforce is complicated and time-consuming to figure out, and a lot can go wrong now and down the road without expert help. That's why most Salesforce users work with an implementation partner like Higher Echelon, so they get the absolute most out of their Salesforce investment. Higher Echelon is a 5-star Salesforce consulting partner who won Salesforce Military Hiring Partner of the Year. President Dr. Joe Ross is retired Army who played and later coached for the cadets. He puts that experience to good use at Higher Echelon, where they pride themselves on hiring veterans. Look, not all Salesforce partners are the same. Don't put your company at risk by going with an inferior partner. Higher Echelon is the trusted partner you can count on to get you up and running and seeing returns on your Salesforce investment in a fraction of the time it would take if you go it alone. Go to higherechelon.com. That's HIGHERECHELON.com to learn more. Go higher and go Army.
Drinking coffee straight from the pot. Power move. Wearing a bathrobe to work. Power move. Switching to super fast, extra reliable internet from WOW. Power move. Switch and save with WOW internet for just $19.99 a month. It's switching season, so make a move with our end of summer flash sale. This month only, get Internet 100 with no contracts for just $19.99 a month. Plus, get a 2-year price lock and the first month free. Make the switch at wowway.com today.
Wow.
Limited to new customers with autopay and paperless billing. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Football season is here.
45, nobody's gonna catch him. No shot, touchdown, 68 yards, no shot, Marino.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone. When we say local, we mean local, not Birmingham.
Loser.
We are the only sports talk station in Huntsville. It's all right here. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You've got a magical glow.
Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's
And just like that, we're ready for hour number 2 of Talking Ball. Seems like hour number 2. It's the top of the hour. We only have about 30 minutes left to go in the show before we hand things over to the Crimson Tide Sports Network as they get you ready for Alabama and Southern Miss. The tailgate party will start at 3:30. The kickoff will be at 6:30 inside Bryant-Denny Stadium. That is the night game for Alabama going off, well, should be right about now. The Auburn Tigers and Georgia State kicking off inside Jordan-Hare Stadium as Auburn looks to put that Penn State loss behind them and focus on Georgia State as they continue to get ready for as their conference opener. And there are some conference openers going on right now. Texas A&M and Arkansas meeting in Jerry's World. We talked a lot about that game and the contract and everything coming up and everything. But right now we've got a score on the board.
Yeah, Cam Little, 46-yard field goal, good for Arkansas after their opening possession. You heard Brent Beard saying they were moving the ball, gashing that front of Texas A&M pretty good. So a nice start for Sam Pittman's team, Scott. I picked them in this upset. Hopefully it won't go as badly as it did in Starkville, even though Mississippi State did try a desperate rally in the fourth quarter and made a game of it. But LSU holds on 28-25 and as we said also, Notre Dame 41-13 winners, 24-0 fourth quarter against Wisconsin. You kind of teased that at the end of the hour that Graham Mertz not playing well for Wisconsin. I've said earlier in the show I didn't think this was one of the better teams. For Paul, the Wisconsin head coach, that's done a nice job.
Christ.
Yeah, Paul Christen's coming over from Pitt. Paul Christ has done a nice job at that program. They've been one of the better ones, more consistent programs in the Big Ten at Wisconsin. But Paul Christ, I don't think this is one of his better football teams at Wisconsin. They've already dropped a home game to Penn State in a defensive slugfest. They collapsed in the fourth quarter at Soldier Field against Notre Dame. And Brian Kelly's Irish still undefeated. And now, as we said, this is a significant win for him because he's now the all-time winning coach in the history of Notre Dame football, passing the legend Newt Rockne.
Our good friend Aaron Torres pointing this out. And I mentioned before the break that Graham Mertz, the Wisconsin quarterback, was good and then bad.
Mm-hmm.
That is in reference to the fact that he threw 5 touchdown passes in his college debut against Illinois. Looked unstoppable. Since then, Wisconsin is 4-5 overall. He hasn't thrown 5 total touchdowns and 8 interceptions, and they haven't scored more than 13 points in any of those losses.
Yeah. And
Aaron says, hate to say it, but it's time to admit the kid just isn't good.
Yeah, he's just not any good. I mean, it doesn't seem that he's struggling big time. He doesn't seem to be a big-time QB. You'd have to say that now. And then here's the worst part about it for a kid like him. You think he's a great player, but Jack Cohen, who he beat out at Wisconsin, who had been a long-time starter for them, is now a senior at Notre Dame, and he's put up really good numbers this year. 8 touchdowns, just 2 picks, and he's a guy that was in the transfer portal. He's transferred to Notre Dame, and he's had a really good start to the season. Notre Dame, this is actually their best performance of the year as a complete football team, Scott. So you got to give the Irish credit. It hasn't always been pretty so far, but they've survived and advanced. Play a great fourth quarter today, and they're unbeaten and squarely in the college football playoff picture.
All right, I know we have been talking a lot about college football, and rightfully so, because it's another busy day of college football, but I do got to bring a baseball note in to the conversation because the minor league playoffs are ongoing right now.
Yes, they are.
And our good friend Brewer Hicklin,
who has now stolen 40 bases in a year.
Yes, but last night in the playoffs, this was Brewer Hicklin.
Set at the mouth, the 1-1. Fly ball deep into left field. Right field back onto the warning track at the wall, and it's gone! Brewer Hicklin, his second grand slam in Wichita this season. lifted. It clears the bases. It gives the Naturals a 5-1 lead in the fourth. Well,
that was Brewer Hicklin last night, playing for Double-A Central title in Northwest Arkansas. That's his team, Northwest Arkansas. Hits a grand slam.
Yep, that's huge. With the money on the table, a huge moment for Brewer as he continues to climb up and try to get to the show with the Kansas City Royals. So proud of him and the year that he had this year, especially considering he didn't even have a season a year ago due to COVID. So he's come back strong, gotten back in the mix, helped them reach the playoffs, and then hits a grand slam in the fourth inning to put them up 5-1. And he's had a heck of a year this year, and he's got to be climbing up, the ladder there in the prospect list for Dayton Moore and the Kansas City Royals as they continue their rebuild, and hopefully he'll be a solid part of that. Matter of fact, I just got to go ahead. Everybody knows I've got 500 hats or whatever. I tell everybody what I got.
Are you going to have to get a Kansas City
I got to get a
Royal
Kansas
hat?
City Royals hat, man. You got to support Brewer Hicklin.
Wait a minute, though.
And I like Royal Blue.
I give you props, though. When you go for the hat, you don't just go for the hat.
Yeah.
You'll go for the jersey, you'll go for the hat, and you'll go for something.
He ain't in the show yet. I can't get a jersey. Got to wait for that. And then make sure he's not traded. But, hey, if he keeps this climb up, I've at least got to give me a Kansas City Royals shirt and hat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy. Speaking of yes. Anyway, that is good. Like I said, we talked baseball. And I didn't see – I think Atlanta's rain-out game got rained out yesterday.
Well, no, they finished.
Okay,
they lost that. Will Smith choked again, gave up a home run to Tatis, and they lose that game. But then they completed it. But then they turn around and they started officially their 3-game series last night.
Okay.
And Max Fried throws a complete game 4-0 shutout. I believe it was a 3-hitter, Scott. He was tremendous. Probably threw his best game of the year in front of his family and friends because he was the draft pick of the Padres. He has family over there from that area. And Max Fried was tremendous. And so the Braves are 1.5 games up, I believe, on the Philadelphia Phillies right now as they will play the Padres 2 more games in this series Saturday, today, and, of course, on Sunday.
And then they turn around Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week and host the Phillies.
Which is just gargantuan.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll probably very well – their magic number is 8 right now, but it very well may decide the division. And I was tweeting at Bill Shanks yesterday because I can only imagine when Will Smith served up yet another and his last month and really his last couple of months have been putrid as the closer of the Braves. He's basically been a pitching machine and put a lot of cricks in his neck. It's got to be, as well as Georgia's playing, that has to be keeping Bill sane right now with having to watch Will Smith try to close games.
Oh, it's up and down, kind of like Mitch Williams.
That's exactly what I did. I said hashtag just like Mitch Williams yesterday. Because he's going to pitch to contact or hit people or walk people or you're just going to have to do the Jim Fergosi, light a cigarette and walk back up the tunnel.
All right, Auburn and Georgia State underway inside Jordan-Hare Stadium. Just under 11 minutes left to go in the first quarter there, and no score. Auburn, Georgia State. Georgia State, I believe, has the ball. So down to the Auburn 18 for the first down. So Georgia State on the move against the Auburn Tigers right now. And still 3-0 Arkansas over Texas A&M with just under 2:50 left to go in the first quarter there in Jerry's World. So right now, Arkansas's defense holding steady.
Yeah, not surprised by that. Into the first quarter in the Big Ten, the unbeaten Michigan Wolverines leading Rutgers 7-3, and that is in the Big House. So that's a low-scoring game, so close. And then nearing the end of the first quarter, Kent State, a scrappy team from the MAC. they are hanging in there with Mike Loxley and Maryland. It is 7-6 late in the first quarter in the Big Ten for that game. And then the pathetic Illinois Fighting Illini, they are trailing the Purdue Boilermakers 6-0 in the first quarter as well. And that is an Illinois team that is horrific.
But yet they beat Nebraska.
Exactly. How pathetic is that?
Oh, about as pathetic as us not putting $1 down on Bowling Green just to beat Minnesota. $5 would have. we would have been able to go have lunch.
Well, Scott, I'm not trying to piss in your cornflakes here, but I do have to tell you that near the end of the first quarter, Iowa and Colorado State are scoreless, and this is a team that lost to Vandy.
What have I said though about Iowa?
That their offense is terrible.
Their offense is terrible. They have a national caliber defense.
Yeah,
a national championship caliber defense. Does Iowa? But their offense is horrendous.
Yeah,
and they were lucky to beat Iowa State. It wasn't because of the offense played well in that game against Iowa State. It was the defense played well.
Yeah, turned the ball over quite a bit.
In their opener against Indiana, Indiana turned the ball over. Iowa had 2 pick-six for touchdowns in that opener against Indiana. It wasn't the offense that played well. And even last week, I believe it was a MAC opponent, the offense was not great. Iowa's offense is mediocre at best. It's the defense that's carrying them right now. So I am not shocked about that Colorado State game, but just
Iowa beating Kent State last week 30-7.
Yeah, in the back of my mind, Vanderbilt beat them, so this should not be. Yes, that's all I will say with that. That's about all we need to say.
Yeah.
All right, I tell you what, let's get one break in real fast, because when we come back, we got to wrap up the show.
And count down to the ticket giveaway, the Alabama Ole Miss tickets, courtesy of Baumhauer's Victory Grill and University Kia.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
If you're ready to lower your utility bills, it's time to call Eagle Insulation. Eagle can handle it all. Attic re-insulation, insulation removal, wall insulation, and new construction insulation, commercial and residential. Our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Everybody knows the fun begins when you get to the end zone, where you can enjoy half-price apps every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, half-price burgers every Tuesday, plus late-night pizza specials and a spectacular menu that includes jumbo wings, half-pound burgers, Tex-Mex, and an incredible selection of craft beer, and plenty of big-screen TVs. It's all happening at the end zone, 1851 University Drive, 2030 Cecil Ashburn at Jones Valley Station, and coming in early 2022, Mid-City End Zone at 1115 McMurtry next to the Target Shopping Center. If you're ready to lower your utility bills, it's time to call Eagle Insulation. Eagle can handle it all. Attic re-insulation, insulation removal, wall insulation, and new construction insulation, commercial and residential. Our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Ann Adams. Ann, I understand you have some exciting news.
Yes, Wes, I do. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services was just recognized in the 30th Annual Harris Poll Equitrin as the Real Estate Agency Brand of the Year and the most trusted real estate brand.
That is awesome news, Ann. You know, great companies in Huntsville, Alabama, winning awards is what we want. Is it a great time to list your home?
Yes, it is. The inventory is low and the market is heating up.
And I understand you're also looking for agents.
I am. We are so busy, Wes, we need agents to keep up with the demand.
Ann Adams and Rise Real Estate has been doing business in North Alabama for the last 35 years. If you want to do business with someone you can trust, she has been writing contracts since she was 9 years old. Call Ann today at 256-337-2625.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner of University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Madison Academy football. And a quick shout out to my son, Avery Seaton, number 19. Stop into University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including our all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and the sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com to view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see you in the Kia. Go Mustangs!
This segment of Talkin' Ball is brought to you by University Kia, the #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama. Located online at universitykia.com.
And welcome back to Talkin' Ball live from University Kia along University Drive. The #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama, the largest volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama, the #1 Kia dealership in all. They are here, University Kia. We heard from Arthur Seaton, our good friend, in the first hour of the show as we got things underway, and great financing deals available. They will get you in a Kia. They can guarantee you to get you in a Kia here at University Kia. Come on out. You got a few more minutes. You got about 3 or 4 more minutes before we draw to see who goes to Alabama Ole Miss. So if you want to come in and register your name, please do so, because we turn things over to the Crimson Tide Sports Network coming up here in just about 5 minutes. Drew, when you watch this Alabama Southern Miss game tonight, I know you've said and you've guaranteed, you've thrown the rat poison out there that Alabama's going to get the win, but the final thought when you watch the Alabama offensive line today, an offensive line that a lot of people have been wanting to pick at since that Florida game.
Well, they just got to play better. Got to get movement at the point of attack. They need to rush for 200-plus yards against Southern Mississippi. I think they need to have 500 yards of offense. They need to pound them. They need to get out of it injury-free, play a lot of guys, but they need to play with passion and purpose and focus. And they need to, take care of this Southern Miss team. This is a Southern Mississippi team that's already lost to South Alabama and Troy, who don't compare to Alabama. So this is a mindset game. They should want to play better. They played 3 poor quarters against Florida, but found a way to win. Still made some plays to win the game, but did not play well after the first quarter. And you're trying to put together 4 quarters of football. If you're the Alabama Crimson Tide and you're wanting to get a huge win, you're wanting to take some momentum into that contest with Ole Miss. A lot of people are going to be watching the Ole Miss game closely. That's going to be probably an upset pick by a lot of people next week, especially if Alabama plays poorly again today against Southern Mississippi. But I expect Alabama to play well, and I think they're going to handle business. They're not going to cover the 44 points, in my opinion, 44.5, 45, whatever it's up to now. But I still think I've got Alabama winning 45-7, and so I think they're going to take care of business against an overmatched Southern Miss team that's in a big rebuild under first-year coach Will Hall, the former All-American and Harlan Hill Trophy winner at UNA under Mark Hudspeth.
All right. I tell you what, why don't you go ahead and take that box there and shuffle it up. Yeah, see, it sounds full. There's a few.
We are shuffling it up.
Well, open it up and draw a name out in there and see who's going to head to Alabama.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah, there we go.
Who's going to head?
We do have a gong here.
We do. We do have a gong.
There is
don't
a gong. We could hit the gong and figure out who's going to win these tickets.
Right. And the winner is Trent Swearigan.
Hey.
Trent Swearigan is going to win 2 Alabama Ole Miss tickets. Congratulations to Trent. Who was in here earlier today at University Kia. Trent Swearigan, you are going to the Alabama Ole Miss game for free, courtesy of Baumhauer's Victory Grill and our great friends here at University Kia on University Drive. And we have an Auburn update against Georgia State. Field goals for each. It's 3-3. Georgia State and Sean Elliott hanging in there with Auburn mid-first quarter.
You wonder what kind of hangover Auburn might have from that Penn State loss.
And, Trent, don't worry. We're going to contact you. We've got your phone number and your email address, so just be aware of that, and we'll get you those tickets as you will be going to Alabama and Ole Miss. Congratulations. Thank you for coming over here to University Kia and for signing up. But, Trent Swearigan, you are going to the Alabama Ole Miss game for free.
All right. As I mentioned, though, I mean, you wonder, 3-3 Auburn, Georgia State. Do you think Auburn's playing with a little bit of a Penn State hangover?
Probably a little bit. They gave up a field goal to go down 3-0, but they've already answered Georgia State. Long way to go over at Jordan-Hare Stadium. I still expect Auburn to handle business. But, again, it's a little bit of a slow start for Brian Harson's Tigers. Shouldn't be completely unexpected. But, boy, we got a developing situation in Arlington, Texas. The Hogs are not playing around. It is 10-0 Arkansas, Scott, against the vaunted steel curtain Texas A&M defense that everybody's been talking about.
Right.
10-0. 25 seconds left in the first quarter as Texas A&M is struggling against them Hogs.
Wow. Interesting, because here's the thing. I mean, we saw Texas A&M struggle against Colorado. That one in Mile High in Denver.
And here's the big play.
But we didn't know, though, a lot about Texas A&M, really, though. I mean, to be honest with you, we didn't know much about Texas A&M and what they potentially could be going into this game.
An 85-yard touchdown pass from K.J. Jefferson to Traylon Burks has put the Hogs up 10-0 on the Texas A&M Aggies.
Trey Biddy told us that it's up to K.J. Jefferson, how well this team goes.
And he gave Arkansas the edge at quarterback.
Yeah.
And with Traylon Burks, he's better than any receiver Texas A&M's got. I could care less what Jimbo Fisher says and how fast he says it.
Well, here's the thing with Arkansas. And last year, this was the key to every college football team's success. The more veteran you were, the more veteran presence you had, the better you were last year. Arkansas is a veteran program. There's a lot of older guys on this team.
They had a lot of super seniors come back.
Yes, and so all they need – I'm not saying they're going to go on and win this game. I'm not putting the win in the column for them right now. I'm just saying that don't be surprised that if Arkansas continues to have success today and the rest of the season going forward, they are a very veteran-laden team. Texas A&M, albeit talented, great recruits and everything – young along the offensive line, young in a lot of key spots, and we just didn't know how they were going to play. Now, they may respond as this game goes on. We didn't know how well Texas A&M could play once they hit a mid-level ranked team like Arkansas.
Yeah, and Arkansas, hey, this may still be an underrated Arkansas team. Look, Texas scored 70 today, and the Hogs beat the ever-living hell out of Texas, okay? So that was a 40-21 game, and they ran the ball for over 300 yards. If they thrash Texas A&M, that's going to set up just a really intriguing game in Athens, Georgia, coming up next week with the Hogs and the Georgia Dogs. And maybe,
wake up for that one because it's an 11 a.m.
Yeah, maybe game day will go there, but I still think it'll be Alabama and Ole Miss because of Lane Kiffin. But what a game that could be.
How do you put that game at 11 a.m.? Why not make it 6? I know the Ole Miss-Bama game is a 2:30 game. That's got every kind of intriguing thing to it. But why do you put that at 11 a.m.?
I don't know. Well, I want to thank Arthur Seaton for coming on with us. The great folks over here at University Kia at University Drive. Bob Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Want to thank once again Trent Swearigan. He is going to be our winner of our Alabama Ole Miss tickets. Thanks to Brent Beard. What a show. We've been here for 3 hours, but it feels like 6. But we really appreciate everyone for tuning in today, and enjoy the rest of your weekend and your college and pro football.
We'll see you guys on Monday as we bring another edition of Talking Ball. Stay safe out there, everybody.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, managing partner of University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Madison Academy football. And a quick shout out to my son, Avery Seaton, number 19. Stop into University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including our all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and the sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com to view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see you in the Kia. Go